folks, this is Andrew of False Comeback, and I'm here with one of the ECW
False
legends.
Comeback.
False Comeback.
Legends.
One of the legends of ECW right here, Roadkill.
Legends?
Yes.
No, I worked there. I wouldn't consider myself a legend, but I wrestled there. It was a lot of fun.
People still remember you.
Sometimes.
WWE Network, you could relive all the great moments.
I know. I've been stealing my screenshots on his network.
Now, is there any famous buildings in ECW that you really enjoyed working in? I know there's ECW Arena and all that, but which was your favorite venue to wrestle in?
Well, I really liked Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. That was awesome. Chicago was always great to me because the fans out there love me. Yeah, man.
Who were the most vocal?
Most vocal? Philadelphia, clearly. New York. Man, Queens, I got pelted with Valentine's Day candy once.
Oh boy!
Because Danny brought like a big heart-shaped thing with chocolate in it. Started throwing it in the crowd. I turned around, I was getting pelted with it.
Now, did Paul?
You ever been to Queens?
No. Oh well, not at that time.
It was like people were like right
on the
here.
balcony. The balcony.
It
right?
felt like they were right here, man.
Oh my god! Now, Danny Doring and you, who came up with all those great promos? Was it Paul? Like, did he let you guys wing it? Like, what was it?
It was Paul gave us the.
Let the thing finish.
Waiting for Howard Finkel. That's a legend, Howard Finkel. Longest reigning employee for WWE right there.
Still works. Yeah. Now, you and Danny Doring, you came up with a lot of great promos and backstage vignettes. Like, who came up with a lot of them? Was it Paul Heyman or a combination?
In the beginning, it was Paul. He kind of like gave us a basis and where we were going with it. Danny just talked, and I just reacted to him behind him. If you look at it, they only give me one word to say, right? So I tried to steal the show by my body actions, and then after that, Dreamer kind of took over towards the end. We did a couple of funny promos. Like there's one we called Melons, Cans, and Jugs, where I don't know if you remember. You ever seen that one?
The one on Living Dangerously, or
the one we're in a locker room, and Danny's talking to Simon Diamond. He goes, "Hey, look at the cans over there," and I have like coffee cans, and I'm going like this, and they're like, "Look at the melons over there," and I got big giant watermelons. Yeah, it was fun. So it was Paul. Paul, like I said, Paul gave us a basis. We threw in our own stuff, and he didn't tell me what to do behind Danny. I just
gave you guys a lot of freedom.
I just did it, yeah.
Well, when did you find out when ECW was closing its doors?
When Paul Heyman showed up on Raw.
And a lot of guys were surprised. Danny Doring, you mentioned that in interviews as well.
We were all surprised because he told us something good was coming on the horizon, but it's just not for us.
Did he try to get you guys in? Or?
Later on, yes. Later on. Once, not immediately.
You had a tryout with Danny.
I worked for WWE.
Right, you did. Right.
I was signed to Developmental in 2005. Actually, was it? Yeah, 11 years ago today. I moved down to Kentucky. I worked for OVW. Yeah, we had a tryout. We went down for like 2 weeks for a tryout with OVW. We wrestled Jeter and Capitelli, and we wrestled Nick Nemeth, who's Dolph Ziggler now, and his partner Chris Pavone, maybe? Pavone. 2 weeks, and then I got signed. Danny didn't. I don't know why. And I moved down to OVW.
And then how long did you stay in Louisville?
I was in Louisville for 3 years. I moved back up here to New York in 2009.
And today, what are you doing today?
Making money, hopefully.
Are you still wrestling at all?
No, I'm retired completely.
Retired?
This is pieces of my neck, pieces of my back. I got a hole in my head, you know.
Is that from C3? What is that?
That's from Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne.
We were in Kentucky. Called the spot. It's a botched dive. He called it chest to chest. You know, it's my job on the floor to be a crash pad. Called the spot. Said he was going to jump off the top rope, land chest to chest. I was going to catch him and protect him from wiping out. So, roll out to the floor, here's the spot, he hits the ropes, comes running, jumps, and he sinks. I thought he caught his legs on the top rope. So I stepped forward to protect him, and he cartwheeled on me. Crushed the disc in my neck.
A freak accident.
No, it's not a freak accident because we called it one way, and it happened another.
Oh, you think he just was reckless with that?
Yeah, that's my opinion, yes, because I got a broken neck because of it. If I would have known he was going to cartwheel...
Did he apologize?
After somebody asked him to later. Yeah, no, it's bad taste in my mouth, man. But
what show was that at?
That was OVW.
That was at OVW.
We were both under developmental contract, and yeah, we were at some armory down in Kentucky. Not even televised. A house show. Broke my neck. Yeah.
I could see right here all the great figures. If you look, you guys could you know, you could come in person at Legends and buy all these figures here.
Yes, please buy them all.
LJNs and
yeah, man, I had these when I was a kid. I'm sure everybody had these when they were kids. Actually, Tito's right over there. There he is, Phantom Tito over there. He's wearing a Strike Force shirt.
He has, yeah.
I have the Strike Force version right there.
The Intercontinental version where he was singles, then the Strike Force.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one where Macho Man beat him, right?
Right.
With a piece of what?
I don't remember.
Come on.
It wasn't Boston. It wasn't Boston.
Rolled steel.
Ah, okay.
I don't know what that is, but that's what he knocked him out.
I remember when he hit Steamboat with the bell. That was one.
Yeah, he choked out Steamboat on the guardrail.
I know you personally. A lot of people don't know this, but can you want to share with everybody who your favorite wrestler of all time?
Andre the Giant.
Hands
down. Hogan got me into wrestling, but now after being in wrestling, I like Andre the best.
And why?
Larger than life.
You actually have a tattoo on your leg of that.
It took me like 12 hours.
You want to share that with?
Yeah, let me see if I can get my leg up on this thing.
Look at this.
Cameraman, zoom in on that one. It's 12 hours of work. Keith Caramello
12
in New York.
hours of work and all the same day?
10 hours.
10 hours and then the next day?
I came back a week later or 2 weeks later and then filled in the hair.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of work. That's from the encyclopedia then, man.
Roadkill, thank you so much for joining us.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Guys. Thanks for having me. Click the links.